to the Fabric Beautique. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am Natita, the author of the book Wives Still Pray and the owner of the Fabric Beautique. I thank you for clicking on this video. It will be a short one. I am quite excited about what I will be including in this video. For those who are new to the channel, welcome and welcome back. To those who continue to tune in from week to week. So I am going to start this video out by packing an order. So for those who might be new to the channel, I typically do not get a ton of online orders. I'm trying to do the best that I can to change that. Being in the retail space and the marketing materials I have in there will perfectly draw in more online orders as people are visiting that retail space, but also, you know, what I hand out at markets, different things like that. And of course, what I do here on social media. So for those who are new to the channel, check out the last, let me see, couple weeks ago, I did an entire video about doing inventory for what is going into the retail space. I will pop that up here in the iCard. You can go check that out so you can kind of see all of the products that we offer and me talking through some things. But I am so excited because I said in that video, I hadn't got an online order in like a month, and it was just one. And for the month of July, so far, I've only received just one. And I just received this, so I'm so excited to pack it up. It was, I believe, let me double check the name. Okay, this is for Kendra, and this is headed to Virginia. And so what Kendra picked up are our card coasters. So and yes, I will be able to go ahead and restock. As you all know, I create these in-house, and I've done a whole review on the Sawgrass sublimation printer. Again, I'll pop that up here in the iCards if you want to check it out. But this is what she ordered, the mint and then the soft shell color. And so that is what we are packing up today. So I am going to mark those off and make sure that I include a card. These are, it was so funny because all of my cards were packed up in my market stuff because I don't tend to get a lot of online orders, and so I moved that. I'm going to move my little thank you card and social media card into this space. And typically I turn my cutting station for my sewing. For those who don't know, I make everything that I wear. So everything you see me in when I'm recording videos is something I made, including what I have on. But at any rate, and if you're interested, I am hosting a sewing retreat here in Texas. It's through my other business, but I will leave a link to it down in the description box. And we will have someone there who will be doing a trouser pant fitting workshop. So yeah, if you're looking for that, and for those who are interested, bra making. So yeah, quite excited about that. It's not until February, so I do have payment plan options available for anybody who is interested. So I am going to go ahead and pack this order up, and then I am going to share with you the change I'm making. Remember, I talked about doing the date with Jesus, and so the last time, you'll see this in a future video, I have been recording in the background going up to the retail space, doing some things, and so you will see that and in future videos, but I don't have that for you now. Let me grab my sticker. So I have my packing stickers that I cut on my brother Scan and Cut, and so let me go ahead and fold this. I'll pan you down so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just folding this like so. And then putting a sticker on. So this was so fun getting this order. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm always so here it is all packaged up. Nice. So yeah, I'm always pleasantly thrilled when an online order comes through, and I can put these in a poly mailer. Makes it easy. So yeah, it's all packaged up and she is ready to go. And I am actually going to add another sticker on the outside. I think I'll put it here on the front. Look, I haven't packaged online orders in so long. Packaging. Okay, so let me put my label on and get back to what I was saying. Okay, so with the Date with Jesus bundle, this is kind of just a different take on the blind date with the book, where you get the bundle of items and different things. So when I have been, and again, I'll probably mention this, you'll see this in a future video, but I've already been at the retail space and have done some work and everything in there, and I ran into another vendor who's done these type of retail spaces at the Painted Tree before, and so they were giving me some tips, and one of the things that they mentioned was how making sure the things that I package and how I do my displays and everything is clear, because there are things in the system, the retail consignment system, that we have to put our items in. And so remember, I had purchased this. This has been a couple months, but I had purchased this beautiful paper. This paper is absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that gorgeous? And so, and I will definitely link to it. I got it off of Amazon. And then remember, I went to that book. It was a book sale. You fill up the bag. It's fill a bag. I'll put the video right here, and you'll see see it in the iCard. But I had purchased a bunch of books, and so they have just been patiently sitting. And so here's like one book here. So I'll wrap the book. One of the thing I was going to do is, like I've seen most wrap, they're wrapped in, you know, their paper and then the twine. Well, I have different twine. So I have this twine, which is kind of just a normal regular twine, and then I had this darker twine, and then I had this colorful one. I know I'm not going to use this one, not at least for these. And then I have this real pretty one. See, this real pretty one here has a little gold specks in it, so that's an option as well. And I've had this stuff for a while. I think I showed it all in the haul. I got the highlighters, and then also pens for writing. And so on the front, I was going to do like you typically see with the blind date with the book. You have a description that kind of tells you the genre or about the book, and maybe some snippets out of the book. And so one of the great tips that I have received from one of the other vendors that's going to be at the refinery said, for things that, so normally this would be open, wrapped, and then everything is inserted in the envelope. You know, maybe I'll find a picture and pop it up here so you can see. And then that will be displayed in the store. However, what they did say is at times there were, and it's happened in many, they've been at many Painted Trees and other places like it, where they were vendors, where people would, maybe they're shopping and they're picking stuff up, but they take the stuff apart. And they would find maybe something that goes with a product in their store sitting in somebody else's booth, vendor stall, or here and there. And so vendors would typically have to, you know, oh, this belongs to you, or they take it to the store manager, who then has to put it in a room until somebody claims. Okay, they might not know necessarily, especially if they took something out, what belongs to whom. So what I have decided to do is I am going to add something extra in my Date with Jesus. I already include these prayer cards with my and they actually need to be updated. I think I did update these because it has stuff like Periscope and whatnot on here, and obviously I'm not on those platforms anymore, but I need to update this with all the socials and everything on the back. And I am going to include this in, once everything is wrapped, put this in there, and I'm going to put all of it, and I'll show you what this looks like. I don't know if I'll get these cards back in time. If I order by the day that I'm recording this, I should have them in time, but I'm going to order more of these with the updates made on them, and I'm going to package everything in a cellophane envelope. So I have two different sizes here. I have this size, as you can see, and then this size. So what I am thinking is, after everything has been wrapped, packaged, what I will do is, so this book can fit in here, but once it's all wrapped up, it might not fit. So that's why I grabbed this one, because what I will do is slide it in this way and just make sure there's just enough room. Yep, I'll be able to seal this. Yeah, I like this. Then I'll be able to seal it like this, and then on the front I am going to put a sticker that says Date with Jesus, and then about little snippets about the book, and maybe the theme, like this particular one is about grace, so I will probably, you know, have grace and then a little bit snippet and everything on the front. I think that's going to be a better route to go for the retail space. For markets, I may or may not do that. It may not be necessary to do that, because at a market, you know, they don't necessarily need this, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes once I get everything packaged. So what I am waiting on now, like I said, the day I'm recording this, I will go ahead and have this updated and reordered, quite a few of these cards, and then yeah, that will be that, and I'll be able to go ahead and have those completed, and then I can do this. And so, like I have said, I have been working in the background. I have been recording, so you'll be getting soon me doing starting the setup process. I'm headed back there in another couple days to start the next part of the setup process, and then I have to do a little shopping at IKEA. I mentioned that before. So yeah, I'll just take you through, be sharing all of that with you over the next several videos. But so that's the change, because I was supposed to do this whole thing with you in this video today, but you know, I'm happy, so blessed to have gotten an order online, and so was happy to be able to include that in today's video. But I am going to go ahead and order those updated prayer cards so I can include them with the Date with Jesus. And yeah, we're going to get it packaged up. The only thing you do not see that I do have is lavender stems that I'll also include in the folded parts of the envelope. And I want to do a sticker. I really do want to do a sticker, but I'm having a hard time settling on the design that I want. So stickers may or may not happen. We shall see. But anyway, that is it for today's video. Stay tuned. I upload every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you have not subscribed, consider subscribing, and also make sure that you are on our newsletter list. Again, I am making an effort. I only send out a newsletter once a month. So once a month is always a monthly newsletter. And then if there are some special things going on, like when we have our soft opening, different things like that, you'll see that in the newsletter. You'll see that, but I'll also share that on social media. But for the most part, you only get one newsletter from me a month. I don't want to inundate people's emails. So I think that's it. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down in the comment section, but feel free to visit our website. I would love to receive more online orders. But I thank you, everybody, for everything that you have done, all that you continue to do by supporting, by watching, and by subscribing. You all have a blessed rest of your week, and we will see you next Wednesday. Bye.